Hey everybody, today I wanted to share with you my weight loss story. Hopefully this helps someone out there who's considering losing weight, whether it's 10 pounds, 50 pounds, 100 pounds, whatever you need to do to better yourself. And I'm not saying that everyone needs to go out and shed some weight. If you're happy with your body, if your body is working fine, if it's not giving you any trouble, then stay as you are. There's no problems with that. But I personally was having a lot of trouble at the weight I was at. I weighed 280 pounds. I had heartburn all the time, day and night, no matter what I ate. I was feeling so sluggish. I was tired all the time. I just did not feel good in my body anymore. So in February 2013, I was like, you know what, we need to do something to change this. I didn't want to stay as I was anymore. This is, when I went to school, we had those little desks that fold over. Like, I didn't fit properly. I was uncomfortable. I just wasn't happy anymore. I mean, it was close to 300 pounds. Like that, like, it was a scary thought to get up to that weight. So I decided to change my lifestyle. So when I started doing this, what I had in mind was, I'm not gonna stress and pressure myself to drop pounds. I'm just gonna start out by changing some of my habits. So what I started doing was, I was doing no exercise at the time apart from walking to get the bus, going to school. That was it. I started walking 3-4 times a week. I started going at night, like when I was done my day, when I had some free time, just for half an hour walk. Obviously walking in the middle of winter is not the most fun, but there's no one outside, so you know. So that's what I started doing, and slowly started eating less fast food, less deep fried food, more vegetables, more fruits into my diet. And then I decided I was going to join Weight Watchers. I joined in March of 2013 just because I needed some help on how to eat, where I needed to cut back, how much food I should be eating a day. So yeah, I joined Weight Watchers. It's a great tool. The Points Plus program online is really easy to track your food. Obviously you have to keep yourself accountable for what you're eating. You have to track everything that you're eating, and that's really important. So that was March 2013. I slowly started seeing some of the weight come off. Very slowly, like maybe like 3-4 pounds, very slowly. Obviously a healthy rate of losing weight is 1 pound to 2 pounds a week. 2 pounds is a lot faster, and 1 pound a week is slower, but that should be what you're aiming for. If you're losing more than that, if you're extremely overweight, you might see like a weight drop of like 5-10 pounds in the first few weeks, but it should stabilize to about 1 to 2 pounds a week. Any more than that, it is dangerous. You're probably not eating enough, not drinking enough, so just keep that in mind. So the weight started off coming off really slowly, and I started doing a bit more exercise. So my boyfriend at the time, who's now my fiance, he got into his head that he wanted to like lose weight as well. I wasn't my, like, I didn't pressure him to do that. He just kind of thought that one day. So with some of the birthday cash that he got, he bought a recumbent bike, which is like a stationary exercise bike, and I fell in love with it. I loved using it at home. So I would come home from after school or before going to school, and I would use it for 30-45 minutes. Some days it was more of like, I'm just gonna sit on here instead of just sitting on the couch. I'm just gonna pedal this for 45 minutes while I'm watching an episode of my favorite show. And other times it was more like, okay, I'm going to like push myself. I'm going to be sweating today. So that was kind of my approach to this. The weight did come off. I lost probably 30 pounds doing this kind of regime from March until about end of June, early July. So like that's pretty much on average, like as far as weight loss goes. Throughout the summer, the weight kind of started coming off a little slower because I wasn't really tracking what I was eating. I was going to more parties, I was eating more snacks. Snacks can really sneak up on you, especially if you're not really keeping count of how many you're eating. Especially when you're having fun, you know, everyone else is eating, they're not watching what they're eating. It's very difficult to kind of stick to your plan. So that kind of snuck up on me during the summer. I lost probably like 5 pounds between like July and August, 5 to 9 pounds, not a lot. By the time September did come around, I was very close to the 40-pound mark, because I remember finally feeling confident to start telling people that I was losing weight and that I had succeeded. I was really scared of failure at first. I was worried that I was gonna tell people, oh yeah, I'm trying to lose weight, and they're gonna be like, oh good, good, and then I wouldn't be able to have results to show. So I was finally seeing results in my clothing. I had to go out, buy new clothes. Nothing was fitting properly. After you lose about 40 pounds, you know, your clothes are not going to fit. So I started buying new clothes. At the beginning, I was probably like a size 22, 24. And by the end of it, I was a size 20, 18 by September. Which is like a pretty huge, it obviously depends on the brand, that's why I'm saying like more or less numbers. But I was feeling really happy. I was feeling really confident in my own skin. So my dad had moved from Canada to Mexico. He had retired and he didn't want to spend the rest of his life in like the cold Canadian winters. So he moved to Mexico, and I was finally able to like tell him, Dad, I had lost 40 pounds. I was so excited. 1 second, I have to change my battery. I had lost all this weight, and he was so proud of me. And unfortunately, this is one of the last emails I got from him. He passed away in October 2013. Yeah, so he passed away, and that really, you know, made my like weight loss stall. I had been doing really well in September and early October, but after that I just cracked. I just couldn't. I think a lot of people who have problems with weight are emotional eaters, and I am definitely an emotional eater. Not that I like went crazy, but I just wanted the food that I loved. I didn't want to have to like worry about food. I was already worrying about all kinds of different things. So that kind of went on for a few months. I just didn't care what I was eating anymore, and that definitely followed through until early New Year, when I kind of decided that I'm going to get back on track and, you know, really start this process again. Obviously that's easier said than done. You know, I was still at school. It was my last semester of school. I was really stressed out with that. Anything else, I don't have to worry about food. But you know, I kind of like resumed slowly better habits, exercising again. I was exercising at home. I was doing like little YouTube video exercise routines, and managed to lose like another 10 pounds. So I was almost at the 50-pound mark for weight loss, which made me super happy. So that went on. By the time we went to Europe, I was at 235, 230 pounds, and yeah, it was a really good experience. I had a great time. I didn't really worry too much about what I was eating. I had also rejoined Weight Watchers for the period of like March-ish again, and I really didn't stick to it. I wasn't really motivated to do that. But then by the time summer came around, I was back on the Weight Watchers, back on watching what I was eating, and that went really well. And then I didn't really lose a lot of weight though, to be honest. I kind of maintained at like 230 for most of the year. I was just exercising more. I did notice small changes in my body, like things were fitting looser, but I wasn't experiencing any like drastic weight loss until I decided to join the gym in I think it was November. I decided to join the gym in, no, it was October. I joined in October, and I wasn't really losing weight because I was building muscle, but I felt really good. I went like about 3 times a week, and I've been going about 3 times a week for the last few months, and feeling really strong. I started the C2 5K program this winter. It's called Couch to 5K. So it like teaches you how to run. And I also joined MyFitnessPal, which is a great food tracking app. It's absolutely free and it works just as well as the Weight Watchers app, if not better. It's an amazing app and I would highly recommend any one of you to join. And it will kind of let you know how many calories you should be eating per day, depending on your activity level. So if you have a very active job, you can eat more. If you don't move at all, you don't exercise at all, then it'll give you that for your age, your sex, and your height, and your weight, how many calories you should be eating a day. It's a fantastic app. And since using MyFitnessPal since about February, I have dropped about 20 pounds because I was floating around the 230, 235 mark still. And I have dropped 20 pounds since using that, and I'm at now 210, which I know still seems pretty high, but I'm still continuing on this weight loss journey. It's not done yet, and I will update as we go. Yeah, so hopefully this helps somebody out there. It's really hard to lose weight. It takes a lot of motivation, a lot of dedication. You really have to put a lot of time and effort into it. You know, sometimes it's not fun when you're going out to eat. Everyone's ordering like fried chicken, like spaghetti and all that kind of stuff, and you're sitting there with a salad with some grilled chicken. Like obviously it's delicious, but you can't always just go with the food that tempts you. Obviously I don't eat perfectly all the time, and I definitely eat candy every now and then, chocolate, ice cream, fried chicken, like whatever I want, but it all has to do with moderation, which is what I've learned is the key to success when it comes to weight loss. Is you can eat whatever you want, but as long as it's within your calorie limit, and you're not eating, like, let's say you have 1400 calories for the day, you're not eating 1400 calories in like ice cream cake, because that's not healthy for you. And definitely like having a diet that's high in protein, high in greens and vegetables and fruits is the key to success. I think I'll make kind of a more detailed video on what I eat to stay healthy, because I find that might be more helpful than just telling you. I could show you. And yeah, so hopefully you enjoyed this video. So have a good day. Bye. I'll detail on the drawstring. These are really nice and super comfortable. We'll see how crease proof these are.